Welcome to Halloween Horror Stories with me, Emily Jane FX. Today I'm going to be talking about the Radium Girls. Stay tuned to watch my UV Skull makeup tutorial and hear about this crazy story about the death of these girls. So in 1898, Marie Curie discovered radium, and because it cured cancer cells, it basically became all the rage. So they put it in face creams, special water, toothpaste, even in makeup products, and if you were super rich, you could even get injections to have it injected straight into your body. Mixed with zinc sulfide and glue, it made a pale, glowing paint because it was radioactive, but obviously they didn't know that at the time. You have to imagine that at the time this technology was like incredible because most people didn't even have electricity in the house. The military gave a contract to the US Radium Corporation to produce watches with glowing hands for soldiers in trenches during World War I. This new industry employed 4,000 young women as they believed the job was too dainty for men. The young women felt really privileged, and working for undark radium, as it was called, was seen as a massive perk as it had so many health benefits. They were told it was completely safe and encouraged to use their lips and tongues to wet the brushes to keep the paintbrush pointy. The girls painted their fingernails and teeth with it, and at night they would glow, and it was a big novelty for them. The radium would damage anywhere it came into contact with, and the girls started to develop strange symptoms that were inexplicable to doctors. One girl called Frances developed anemia and had toothache, and when she went to the dentist started to take out the aching tooth, and part of her jaw broke off with the tooth. And then her gums and cheeks started to rot away, and within a month she was dead. Doctors around America began to connect the dots that all the women with the strange symptoms had at some point worked for US Radium, but the company paid off the doctors to pretend that all the women had died of syphilis. A man checking the working conditions of the factory remarked that their hair, faces, hands, arms, necks, the dresses, the underclothes, even the corsets of the dial painters were luminous, and that one of the girls even had luminous spots on her legs and thighs. Some women finally got together and tried to sue the company, but it was hard for them to even find a lawyer to take it on. The company constantly delayed the trial, basically hoping that the women would just die before it got to trial. The company would not accept any responsibility, and the women ended up settling out of court. They paid their medical fees and they got about £100,000 in today's money. But by the time they went to court, the women couldn't even raise their arms and were completely bedridden and couldn't walk. The women were known as the Society of the Living Dead. But one positive that came after this was that they changed health and safety standards in businesses, and the women no longer touched the substances, but they still probably got cancer later in life from being exposed to the radium. And Marie Curie died of anemia from radiation exposure as well. Using radium in the watches didn't become illegal until 1960. Thanks for watching my UV Skull makeup tutorial, and rest in peace to the Radium Girls.